Hello, esteemed guests. Welcome. I'm back, and I'm sleepier than ever. Um, this song is extremely annoying, and I think I'm gonna skip it. I don't even know if you guys can hear the music. Okay, cool. Hello, hello. Greetings, salutations. Um, I don't know if the music. I'm still messing with the music. I can't tell if it's ever good. Okay, whatever. Hello. Hello, everyone. All right. It's been a rough. Thank you. It's been a rough month. June's really coming for all of us. Oh no, don't slip away. My setup's a little different than it usually is. Um, for many reasons. Um, the computer here would normally be in a lot more of a stable location, but unfortunately there is a dog in the location where the desk should be because I have a tiny little desk and I move it a lot based on my needs. So the dog took the spot before I could put something in the spot. So that's what we're going to do. Alrighty, everybody. I know that last session was I had such an energy of exhaustion and sadness. And listen, I'm good now. I'm fine now. Okay, all my shit's all set up. I think everything's fine. I'm gonna commence with the art. What I am doing today is I am working on a commission. And this is, I don't know if you noticed, not a human person. This is in fact flowers, which is not usually my specialty. But I'm trying something different. I usually kind of do a line art sort of a thing. If anybody follows my work, you would know this. And I am doing a commission of a wedding bouquet for my friends who have recently gotten married. Congratulations to them. And I just didn't have, I kept trying to like make it lines and stuff, but I don't know, something was not computing in my brain about it, which is not typical for me. So I just kind of rolled with that and just started doing the thing that I'm doing now. What you guys will notice in the process of making this is that it will be a lot of eyedropper colors because I am using a brush that will, as you can kind of see from like the enhanced version, kind of like take the color and like stagger it through like the, I don't know how to like best describe it because like visually I can understand what it's doing, but like it takes the hue of the color that you have selected and like scatter it like just like right or left of the color, and like, you know, whether it is warmer or colder, it'll kind of like, you know, beef that up a little bit. Like it just kind of exaggerates colors in what I think is a really fun way. This isn't a brush that I made or one that came with Procreate. It actually is a brush I actually am going to. So it is a modification of this brush called Oily, and I will actually get into it. And this is a brush that I bought from someone on Gumroad whose username is Pokey. Pokey? I'm not sure. But their stuff is great. I have bought many brushes from them on Gumroad. Some of them are free, some of them are pay what you want, some of them are like little bundles, never more than like $5 to $7 for like a bundle of like artist like artist curated like brushes that like this person made specifically for their art, but people were my camera keeps again, I am in a different situation than normal. Don't fall. Don't do it. Don't do this to me. Be normal. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I have anything within arm's reach that will help me in my current struggle. I am kind of like, oh, that might work. This isn't like important or relevant to what we're doing, and I apologize. No, that's not gonna work. But that probably made an insane noise. Alright, whatever. Well, yeah, whatever. I'll just keep adjusting it as needed. Anyway, if you go to Gumroad, I might even drop their info in the description after I'm done with the video, because I can't recommend their brushes enough. But yeah, I've obviously liked this brush so much that I have modified it to to perform differently in different situations. It is actually the foundation for the Wawa Special Sauce brush that I use for most of my coloring in like my D&D portraits and stuff like that. So that's this brush is a lot of mileage for me. But anyway, that's about all I have to say on that. What we're going to see here is a lot of color dropping, but like I'm trying not to. The goal at the end of this is that like I'm not, obviously there's a lot of like when you have the white background or like the light color background, you can tell that like I'm not like there are still a lot of like gaps here. This is not like a perfect, like when it's zoomed out and when there's not a background, you can see that it feels a lot more like a one-to-one to like a photograph. But the goal that I'm trying to have here is to kind of shift all of the colors, kind of like exaggerate some of those colors so that when I go, because I'm planning to then take, so this is the first draft. And once this is completed, what I'm going to do is then color drop from the new colors that the brush has created for me to go back in and do more details, define some of the petals and the different shapes, and hopefully get some really beautiful, exaggerated, popping sort of colors. That's the goal. This is not something that I have actively done. I have kind of messed around with this sort of concept with some, with some pieces before. Y'all, I am realizing I'm so on it. I took my Adderall truly 40 minutes ago. And usually I would have taken it like 2 hours ago. So I think that on stream days, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till the last possible second to take my Adderall because I am present for you guys today. Anyway, this is the first draft. I'm hoping to build up more exaggerated, fun, and funky colors as I continue. But for now, it is going to be a lot of a one-for-one shot to the photograph that I am referencing. And if that makes me a fake artist, then so be it. I have a lot. When getting back into art. Back into art is a weird way, but whatever. I'll just finish my thought first before I start editing myself. Um, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like burpy and gassy. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. What was I gonna say? When I first had to, because uh, this is not like a big like reveal or whatever. This isn't like a huge lore drop or anything. I have tried to quit art many different times. Many different times in my life because I knew and I had been told over and over again that my life would be easier and more successful. Did you just freeze? Unacceptable. Anyway, I had been, because pursuing an artistic career in the current climate, by the current climate, I mean, the past 2,000 years or whatever the hell of human existence. Pursuing a creative career is not necessarily it makes parents worried. It makes adults worried because they're like, oh no, you're like you're gonna break your own heart or that kind of stuff. And so I tried many times to quit making art. Because it would be easier if I had a passion for literally anything else. If I could somehow just be interested in something else, it would be to my benefit. However, that's not. I have spent a long time, my whole life, trying to do anything else, and I just can't. I simply can't. This is the thing that I am good at, and God help me. But anyway, what that has anything to do with anything is that when I was returning to art in a meaningful way, I'd returned to art, actually, because I got diagnosed and medicated and treated for my extremely bad ADHD. I was able to focus more. I know that sounds crazy. Like, whoa, what? You could focus more after whatever. Sorry, I'm looking at the colors. But do you see what I mean? Like these, like some of these, like that's pink. That's pink right there. There's some like blues happening. I'm really into that. That is going to be really fun to pop back in later to like color drop from to structure the shapes a little bit more. I'm very excited for that. Anyway, when I was meaningfully coming back to art, after I attempted to not be alive anymore, I got, help and medications and, a good team of professionals that understood my needs and, were able to advocate for me, etc., etc. That's when my brain was like, I can do this. I can make art. Like, it's truly, actually, genuinely a miracle that I made any art. before having Adderall. I actually don't know. I'm so serious, y'all. I don't know how I did anything without it. It's the difference is so insane. But anyway, when I came back to art after kind of being like sporadic about it, um, and like shy and hesitant and so like I don't know, cautious and unsure. The thing that helped me the most from coming back from, you know, cold turkey was a lot of, literally actually tracing shapes and, because I wasn't in a place where I could, I sometimes I wish, and actually I don't, because I was about to say, I wish I had gone to uh, art school with Adderall instead of trying to go to art school without Adderall, but I think I still would have had the same problem that I had with art school the first time, which was um, people being insufferable. But I didn't have the opportunity to like have somebody reteach me or whatever. Look at those fun colors. Those are gonna be so fun to mess with later. Anyway, da, 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 da. Hi, Katie. I didn't have the luxury of an art community that could help me like reorient myself. I didn't have the luxury of a supportive um family structure. I didn't have, I was in a really bad place in my life, hence the trying to die about it. And so the thing that really got me back into the swing of things was just fully like tracing. So I could like, there's something really interesting that like, I mean, I didn't technically go to like an art school, and there is, from what I hear, a difference between like going to a school that has an art program and going to an art school. But I wouldn't know what those differences are. But my experience with uh, learning art in a collegiate setting is sometimes either like really like, what the fuck are you talking about? And also like really eye-opening like turns of phrases. For example, I was in oops. I was in several painting classes throughout my college career. And one of the painting classes was an oil painting class. And we started off doing, like, we didn't go straight into oils. We started off by doing some light, like, life drawing. I say light because it wasn't like, a figurine, like a figurine, like a human that came in and posed for us. It wasn't necessarily like elaborate, like still lives of like, you know, a bunch of, it was pretty much like 2 to 3 objects, that we were sketching at first. And the reason why we did this was because, according to my teacher, whose name I cannot remember because I can't remember a goddamn thing uh, without my Adderall. She said that, like, she's like, I know that you guys have already done life draw, like a still life and life draw, like, you've already done these basics. This is, you kind of have to do all of that before you really go to anything else. But what I really want to nail down here is like learning to like see an object, like understand what it looks like, which is different from like it's different from just like looking at it. She's like, I'm not teaching you to look at things. I'm teaching you to see things. And like like yes, you can like look at and you can like if you think of like a comb, like you can just like yeah, you know what combs look like. You've seen combs before. Um like, every person who has ever had to interact with their hair has picked up a comb, or a brush or whatever. Like this is a common household item. Um, but she was like, but if I told you to draw a comb, would you know how to? Like you know what it looks like in an abstract way, and I'm here to teach you how to like see a comb or just see like an average household object in its entirety. And that's what like study is about, is like seeing how it sits in space and seeing how it compares to the size of itself, like how like is one side bigger than the other, like is like that kind of like it's just all these like and again, I'm not explaining it as well as she did, because I can't remember things, but it really stuck with me. And so when I was relearning to when I was rusty, and I had to like kind of get back into it, I kind of had to like ease into it. Like I had to do some stretches before I like actual like not like physical stretches, though I should have been doing that more. I needed to flex the muscle of like what do things look like? What do things actually look like? And like how they like how do they sit in space? How does it relate to itself? How does it relate to other things? What's like what how does it hold light? How does it like, you know, and the easiest way for me to do that at the time was just pulling up stock images and like because like I didn't have a lot of opportunity to like set up a scene and sit around for because that's the other thing about study. Hi Katie. Hi baby angel. Does nobody love babies? Does nobody love babies? Uh-huh. Why are you wet? Huh? What happened? Did you take a bath or what? Hi, thank you for this tale. I love you. I love you, baby angel. Sorry, we have to have a Katie break. She has been feeling really unloved the past few days, and I don't really know how to. I don't know what else I have to do to tell her that she is my perfect little angel baby who I would do anything for. How do I express that to you? I give you your own little water and food stations. I make sure that you have a little bed in your closet that's clean. I give you a little zone on my bed. I do the stream on my bed so that we can cuddle. I give you smooches all the time. How else can I show you that you're my special angel? This cat is so spoiled. You want to know something? She has her own Apple Pencil. Dead ass. This is hers. This is hers. Because it's my old one that broke. It's literally held, like, you can't tell because it's clear tape, but it's literally held together with tape. It's literally falling apart. But she loves playing with this thing. And she also has my old broken jewelry. So this cat not only gets her own special little zones because she's my pretty little princess, she doesn't have normal toys like a normal cat. She plays with this Apple Pencil and jewelry as her toys. Um, Literal, like, actual princess. She she gets everything. She gets everything. And it's not enough. And I wish I could show her that she's my perfect angel. But maybe I've accidentally Varuk assaulted this cat. It's probably what actually happened. Womp womp. Yeah, one of the things going back to tracing a lot as getting into, getting back into art, it's still something that I do a lot. Mostly because, I mean, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like Angel baby of music. That's her. That's my baby. My baby lady. Um, it doesn't matter what I do because at the end of the day, I still look at rectangles. Um, so nothing that I do for her ever matters because rectangles still exist. And that's it's a fate worse than death. Yeah, some of I'm actually pretty sometimes like worried about doing streams because I do a lot of like tracing still. Um, Mostly because like I am like, I do talk about like going to art school, et cetera, et cetera. But for the most part, I have had to do a lot of my like a lot of the a lot of like my I've had to do a lot of learning and growing on my own. Um, so I I didn't make it far enough in art school to figure out how to do like stuff efficiently or quickly. It seems like the only way that you do that is like having lots of deadlines, like, and just you have to just keep going faster and faster. Like, I think that that's kind of one of the only ways to become faster at art is to just have quick deadlines. Like, you're just not allowed to work on it anymore than like you're just when the deadline is up, the deadline is up and it better be done. So that is an experience that I'm not uh, that I don't have in my artistic career. So doing things fast, I'm not good at, which is one of the reasons why I trace a lot because like it's a shortcut for me because I I know how to do all of this. Like I know how to do the things that I know how to do the structure of a face. I know how to do like the anatomy. I know how to like I do know all of that stuff. Unfortunately, it just takes me so friggin' long. So like if I'm already gonna be spending like if I don't know, if the fast version of me drawing, like if the cheating fast quick version of me drawing still takes 30 hours, then like maybe it's not like quick and easy or whatever. And like I guess I do I guess a lot of like one for one like tracing. Um but like also I do add my own, like I do put my own stink on it. I mean, like it doesn't ever look exactly like the thing that I started with. A lot of times I do kind of like Frankenstein together pictures to make, if I can't find like a pose or a facial expression or an outfit or whatever that's close to like what I'm actually thinking of, I will fully just Frankenstein shit together. And just make like a horrible little collage of dudes. Did that work? Hang on. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. Maybe that because I have anxiety. I don't know if anybody's noticed this. But like maybe I'm worried about like I don't know. Because I already have so much imposter syndrome about like being an artist because I have just so fully been removed from artistic communities pretty much my whole life. I, I just am so worried about not now that I am taking it seriously, now that I've finally committed to like I've seen that this is the only thing that I can like do with any sort of reliability. Like this is it. This is what I have to do for the rest of my life because I can't do anything else. I simply can't. I'm just worried that I don't know, man. I'm not. I'm just not gonna be artist enough to art with the big time. I know that that phrase didn't really make any sense, but my partner is in chat being very, very nice to me. I know that there's only one viewer, so I don't need to talk like there's other people here. But I'm doing it anyway. This is just a private hangout for me and my sweetie, actually. If anybody else comes in, they're actually breaking and entering now. I have, aw, yeah! Date night, date night. date night on the internet for everybody to see. No one's gonna see this. No one's gonna watch it. Unless I, like, I don't know, make it big tomorrow. I know, typo in the chat, yeah. Sister in the chat. Sister in the chat. I was just thinking, speaking of sister in the chat, just thinking of my sister. I was just thinking of my sister, because, one, I love and cherish her, and two, my sister, my very talented, wonderful sister, who's good at pretty much anything, honestly, she is making homemade ice cream and selling it to the world, and I'm so excited. I have, ever since she dropped the news that she's making like an order form and the whole thing, I've just been doing nothing but thinking of her ice cream. It is all I crave. I was like, should I make dinner or should I ask my sister for ice cream? I really split the difference, and had a bowl of cereal. I had 2 bowls of cereal, actually. It's so good. It's so good. There's like a I think it was like a chocolate fudge brownie for some sort of family gathering. Y'all, it had like she made the brownies and then chunked the brownies into the ice cream. And when I say chunk, I mean like there were big ass like pieces of brownie. This is not like some places are giving you like this much brownie. My very generous sister, like big brownie chunks. Big brownie chunks. And homemade brownie. Truly phenomenal. And don't skip on that brownie. Yeah, it is good shit. It's good shit. I sometimes just like, even before she started the homemade uh ice cream tour career path, I was like, man, how do I get Jessica to make ice cream again? but I figured that bullying a brand new mother into making me ice cream was cruel, so I just kind of sat on that. But then all my wishes came true because God is real, and I feel him in this Chili's tonight. That's not anything. Hang on. Go undo, 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 undo. Okay. I don't normally undo that much on this. Oh, for those who are just joining the stream, what we are working on today is a little unconventional. A friend of like some friends of mine just recently got married, and I am doing a commission for them of their wedding bouquet, and it is for their thank you cards. And what I'm doing right now is kind of the first, this is the first step of a, multi-tiered process where I take this brush that kind of, it, I'm doing a lot of like color dropping and then reapplying that color because as you were kind of, oh, there's a, do you see this full hole? What, hang on, I gotta fix this. But anyway, I have this this brush that kind of like shifts the colors a little bit. Like, look at all these beautiful colors that I'm gonna have for later. But my goal is that I am dropping these. I am, color dropping and repainting on the colors. And there's lots of holes in it, as you can see. It's kind of like, it's when you zoom in, it's like kind of a mess. But the goal is that with this first draft, I will then go back in and color drop from these new colors that have kind of been like shifted from this brush that I'm using, and go back in and like actually sort of carve out those lines a little better and those shapes a little bit better. So that it has some like this really fun poppy color that I'm going, that is going to be happening throughout. This is not normally what I do. I have another big ass hole right here. Okay, well, whatever. That's what these kinds of tests are for. But I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I'm going back in and going to be reselecting them again. So this is just step one of a multi-tiered process here. And so it's gonna look. That's the other thing I want to say was the brush that I'm using. It's not my brush. It's not a brush that came with Procreate. It is a brush that was made by another artist named Pokey Pocky, not sure. They're on Gumroad. They have lots of different brushes. I have many of them. This is just one of many that I use. And I just love every single, like, they just like specially crafted it just for like their own purposes, and people liked it enough that they just share it with everybody on Gumroad. And some of their brushes are free. Some of them are like in little like multi-packs, never more than like $5 to $7 for like a brush pack. And this one, I think, one of the ones that I think it's this one. It's either this one or the block was like just a free download. But I just use these guys. As you can see, I have augmented this one several times because I just love it so much. But shout out to them. I might put their link in my bio just to tell everybody about just spread the good word. Also, my camera setup is a little more jiggly today, because the desk that it would usually be on that would be more sturdy. I would normally move it over here, but I can't because there is a dog in the way. And she called dibs, and she's an old lady, who is a sweet baby angel, and it would be animal abuse for me to suggest that she move. But I'm really excited. All these like weird, like, all these like purples that are like popping out. Oops. I don't know, man. Some of these colors are just like that come from the my little oil brush here. Kicks ass. It's gonna be so fun to color drop later. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, I'm probably, well, let me think. See, I haven't gotten, like, to the next step of this concept, so I don't actually know what I'm gonna do to, like, refine these edges a little bit more. I don't know if I'm gonna use the same brush, or if I'm gonna use one of my, like, I have a brush that I use for, like, the, for a lot of my other, like, painting, like, D&D portraits and all that stuff, that are also a modification of this oily brush. The special sauces here. I might use those because those, they also kind of jitter, like, the color on, like, the spec, like, you know, kind of close colors, kind of, like, zhuzh up those colors, but, like, not in as drastic of a way, so maybe that'll be fun. But that's honestly, I'm getting ahead of myself. I think that the funniest thing about this process is that, other than, you know, it's not normally what I do, and it is a strange, like, I don't know why my brain couldn't, like, do it the normal way, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a line art kind of a person, you know, and I couldn't do it with this. I just couldn't, my brain just wasn't computing with it. I was just struggling with, like, the shapes. So I've gone through and I'm kind of, this is a common, like, art thing, like, so that you don't get hung up on, like, if you're drawing something and, like, if you're drawing an umbrella and you get, like, really hung up on, like, you're like, okay, but this doesn't look like an umbrella while you're making it, and you're like, you just have it in your mind of, like, I'm drawing an umbrella, I'm drawing an umbrella, I'm drawing an umbrella, then, like, you're not gonna actually, like, see your reference picture. You are just going to, like, you're kind of looking at the reference picture, but not, like, you're distracted by your own thoughts of, like, oh, while I'm drawing this, it doesn't look like a, you know, an umbrella. But if you are able to augment the image in a certain way, for example, like, if you turn the image, like, your reference image upside down, and you are just like, oh, I am trying to draw this weird shape. Let me look at the shape. And then that shape is attached to this shape. How do those two, like, how close are those two shapes? Like, if you can, like, distance yourself enough from what the object is so that you're not in your mind thinking, well, it doesn't look like an umbrella yet, so I'm just gonna get, like, your brain will accidentally get hung up on that. So I'm kind of doing the same thing of, like, I feel like maybe my brain was getting hung up on, this doesn't look like flowers. That, like, I just couldn't, like, meaningfully, like, make lines about it. So this is my my compromise. Katie, I wish you wouldn't. Sometimes when she's really mad at me, and feeling really passive aggressive, she will sit Totally normal, just like look like she's just vibing out. Um, it's 8 o'clock. But yeah, she'll sit away from me and just kind of like be looking around, but then her tail is like thwacking me in the leg or something, like thunk, thunk, and hard. She thwacks, like when she's being passive aggressive, she thunks me hard. And like she'll just sit here and like thunk me. She does it when I'm like trying to go to sleep sometimes because I'm like not cuddling in the way that she wants me to, but I don't. She also won't like work with me and to help me like figure out what that could possibly be. So she just gets like angry and just thumps me. Um, cause my beautiful angel, she has a bitchy white girl named for a reason. Shout out to all the bitchy white girls. Yeah, are you a mean girl? Are you a mean girl? No, you're my precious angel. Are you my angel baby? Hi, Angel. Hi, Angel baby. She's pretending to not notice that I love her. I'm glad that my explanation makes sense. I've remembered recently that I love to ramble. Look at those purples that I just like. Like these are gonna be fun later. Anyway, um, I'm always happy to hear that I make sense because I will just sort of ramble until I am stopped by somebody. And that could be at any point. Usually happens when I veer very far into no longer making sense. It's been a busy month because it's Pride Month, and uh, my best friend Scarlett is, she is a published author. No big deal. She's like famous or whatever. But anyway, uh, look at this like fun green. I'm gonna be able to play with that later. Anyway, um, she had a few author pride events, this month, and she graciously let me uh, uh, tag along and use the corner of her booth to sling some stickers. And it reminded me that I am very good at, running a booth at an event. I did it for a long time with my sugar scrub, and I forgot that I'm like really good at it. And that's like just a fun orange to play. Anyway, I just keep doing every time I see a fun color, I'm like, look at this color. This is a plot tool that will come in that will become useful later. Uh, she graciously allowed me to use the corner of her booth for stickers, and so I've been cutting the stickers out like crazy, and you know, uh, breaking my dad's printer about it because I'm printing so hard, and then running around to the libraries to have them print it for me. And I am done with all of my like sticker events. And by my sticker events, I mean Scarlett's author pride events. ScarlettBarnhill.com, by the way. She makes books about queer kids who hate the cops and get a happy ending. she's extremely good at writing banter. Banter queen. Her dialogue is extremely good, and the inner voice of her characters is always a lot of fun. Like when they're like, because it's kind of always from like, you know, their point of view as opposed to like a third person point of view. Um, and you know, their inner like dialogue and narration is always very on par with like the banter that happens throughout the books too. I've always loved the banter. I've always loved the banter on that woman. But anyway, this isn't a plug for my best friend. This is an art stream. I mean, I guess it could be both. Porque no los dos? But yeah, no, I'm done like mass printing stickers for now. But I've gotten a taste for it. It's the first time I've ever actually like boothed my art. It's the first time I've like, you know, the past few years it's like the first time I've ever like put myself out there with my art. And it's just fun, and I just really like doing it. And I'm gonna try really hard not to feel like regret and loss and guilt and grief about not doing it sooner. And I'm instead just going to enjoy that I am doing it now. I'm not going to experience weird regret. It's not going to happen. Because I'm in control. Who do you think you are? I am. You guys know that video? If you guys haven't seen the Who Do You Think You Are, I Am bowling guy, I highly recommend it. I feel like that... Oh, yeah. So, my sticker ramble. I have been printing out stickers like crazy pretty much for a few years in a row now. And I haven't even really like been selling them. I've been straight just giving a lot of them away. I think I actually kind of thought about it, and I've probably over the past few years given away thousands of home printed stickers for various occasions. Like for Pride last year, I printed out so many stickers and just like ran around and just gave them away. If you had some sort of like flag or whatever of a specific specific persuasion, I usually had a sticker to correspond to it, so I like was slinging them around a lot of Pride. I have been printing a lot of like protest stickers, both my designs and not, and you know, giving them away to activists who are, you know, doing like sticker bombs and like that kind of stuff. Because I know that access to printed stickers is like not that's a luxury. Like having access to stickers, like specific stickers, is a luxury, and I have access to printers and paper. Hello? Oh, there you go. Okay. I have access to printers. I have access to sticker paper, and I have scissors. So I've just been doing a lot of that the past few years. I kind of like fell off of it for a little bit. But like especially with the president making some choices about bombing Iran recently, I think I'm just gonna get back to it. I think I'm gonna get back into it. I don't know, man. Ever since I don't know, kind of I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about having Abdallah ancestry and being like, when I wasn't really like aware. I wasn't like uh as like I couldn't pay attention as well before I had Adderall. I truly just couldn't. Again, it was a miracle I did anything without Adderall. I'm so serious. But anyway, kind of thinking about like, listen, I'm not saying that like I can claim like Middle Eastern heritage in any meaningful way. We didn't like get raised with it or anything. We didn't like, we don't know any customs or the language or of I believe Saudi Arabia is where our ancestor emigrated from. Um, but like we don't have any like, and also I'm extremely white. Like the white genes are strong. Yes, I'm white. I'm not claiming any of that, but it just you know sear. What the fuck is that? Sorry, there's a bug in my room. What? Who are you? How did you get here? Okay, bye. I thought it was Syria. I might be Syria. I should ask Dad about it. I should ask Dad about it again. Um, uh, because like we don't. Again, we don't. C clearly, we don't have a lot of like meaningful ties to it, and at the same time, I'm like that. It hits like now that I've been thinking about it a lot more, and I'm like, I actually. I don't know. Maybe this is and this might not be a space that like I'm trying to tread very delicately in this space because I don't want to like meow meow meow. Sorry, Katie remembered that I wasn't paying attention to her and decided to yell about it. Um, but I don't know. I was like, I think the number one thing that like got me was like I don't think I have any claim to this. And it feels weird for me to like go into spaces and be like, well, I want to learn more about it, even though I don't feel like that is something that I can like claim at all in any meaningful way. But then thinking about all of the hi Katie, all of the destabilization of the Middle East that has been happening, both within my lifetime and in the Hi. Hi, lady. Yes. Are you interrupting me? Hello, lady. Why are you wet? Every time you have come in here, you have been wet. What are you doing? What are you um, you know, and at the same time, you know, thinking about all the destabilization and, you know, straight genocide. It's like, well, if I don't take the time to learn now, maybe I won't, maybe those resources are going to become harder to find. And so I don't know. A lot of thoughts about it. I don't have any concise ones, clearly. But anyway, all that to say is that I'm gonna be slinging more stickers, uh, all up and down, this beautiful nation of ours. And by nation, I mean just the city that I live in. Just not to be too much of a downer, y'all. But I think about stuff now with my brain. Oh my gosh. Um, the dog, who is in the way of my desk being useful to me right now. I don't know if I just like, if it is a treat that I gave her earlier or whatever, but she is now so gassy. And honestly, it's homophobic. In the month of June, in my room. Thank you, Jess. Damn. My sister is so worldly. There's an Islamic center. Not that I'm like, I'm not religious in any way. But it might be fun to like, I don't know, go and I don't know, try to learn something. Maybe I should start it like before I start bothering like people who are like actively being what is it? Actively being oppressed in like the very current political system. Maybe I'll start at a library. I'll start at a library and I'll do some poke around myself a little bit before I go knocking on uh someone's like community center being like, stop what you're doing and tell me all about your stuff. Damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that about you. Oh, also, the two folks in the chat, uh, both of you love sign language. This is impossible for you guys to bond over in a text environment. But that is something that you guys know now. Next family gathering, absolutely sling some sign at each other. This isn't like the most interesting thing to watch, but like, it does need to get done. I think I need to, like, I don't know. I'm so worried about being entertaining enough on the internet nowadays. And I think I just need to let that go. Ip, ip. Mango House. Oh yeah, there are some like great restaurants around here. That like just some like incredible food. Um, what is it? Man, I need to look it up because there's a place that I went to recently. Um, I don't think it was Ethiopian, but that's the only country that's coming to mind. Uh, but like, bruh, some of the like most incredible food ever. Nary a white person to be seen. Um, The only white person I saw was like maybe like a delivery, like somebody was picking up like a DoorDash order. Um, Maybe it was Ethiopian. Who knows? I'll have to look it up because I remember it was near here. It was around Mango House. I will have to check that out. I fully believe that like sign language should be offered like instead of Latin in like schools because like so many schools offer Latin um or like fucking German or hell even French. Like I mean not to say that like I mean our neighbors do speak French. We do got French northerners. But like damn, that should be offered in schools more. Um but that would be something that I would, you know, be more on my high horse about uh if there wasn't for if it wasn't for gestures wildly at the at everything. Yeah, no, definitely. I remember you doing Latin and I think that that was like so the thing is that like Latin's like really important for like medical stuff, I feel like not like I guess STEM in general cuz like a lot of uh like scientific names are Latin. Uh so like it is an important like thing that is like still you like it's used but in like in a very like specific sort of a way, you know? It's used in a very like uh it's used in like professional environments for sure. Um so it's like it's not useless. Like there we do have structures that are like around Latin and also yeah, I hear you. I fully hear you. Eeps, eeps, eeps. Oh my gosh, dog. What was it that I gave you that gave you such gnarly gas? Was it those little like dog Cheez-Its? Was it the dog Cheez-Its? My parents recently got new snacks for our dog Penny. And they look just like straight up like they just look like Cheez-Its. It just looks like a bag of Cheez-Its. But they're for dogs. And she loves them. Um, uh, but I think it also makes her gassy. So, rip. I know that I said this is kind of like the first step of this process. Um, And also, I know for a fact that I have spent more than 30 hours on it. It is kind of fun though. This is mostly what I've been doing when I've been drawing is this. And I just like haven't really I haven't really been like doing any like anatomy or like, you know, stuff that I normally do. I've just been like doing this. It's very like I don't really have to think about it. I'm really just like kind of trusting. Look at these fun blues. These are gonna be so fun later. Hi, Katie. Does nobody love you? Are you sick of stinky dog? There's a stinky dog in your room. Yeah, the my parents have been out of town, and Penny has been sleeping in here with me, and Katie fucking hates it. She's like, this town's only big enough, or sorry, this town ain't big enough for the two of us. That's what the line is. Huh? Yep, there we go. All right. I know that I've said multiple times I'm going to try to keep these to about an hour, and we are absolutely over the hour. Um, so I think, I think I'm going to call it, take the stinky dog outside so that she can fart in peace. I Also, I know that I have posted my June schedule. Oopsie, deep up. Okay. I know that I posted my June stream schedule, and it included this Saturday, the 27th, 28th. What day is that? Do I have a phone that will tell me what days are? I do. I do. So the 28th, this Saturday, I have a stream scheduled at 2, but I am going to skip that one. We are going to just cancel that for a variety of reasons. One, I'm tired. I'm a sleepy little guy, and it's been a busy month. And I got invited to the Renaissance Fair, and I never get to go. So I'm going to ditch the internet to go run around in a costume and pass out from dehydration instead. So thoughts and prayers. I need to. I have this cool antler, crown thing that it has a little skull on it that fell off. I need to hot glue that guy back on. But other than that, I don't know what I'm gonna wear because a lot of my outfits, because I'm a recovering emo kid, so I have a lot of long sleeve, full pant black stuff, which isn't compatible with the new 100-degree weather that Colorado has. So that'll be fun. I don't know what my stream schedule for July is going to look like quite yet. Again, it's kind of been a hectic month. A lot's been going on. And I will just have to kind of update you guys later about that. If you sign up for my Patreon, I have a free tier that you can get information from. If I post anything on if I post any of my art on the internet, it usually goes to Patreon first. And I kind of treating the free tier kind of like a newsletter almost. or I know that you guys are on the Discord as well. Let me see, what else? Yeah, I'll have to keep you guys posted. Um, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping that uh, I'll be able to get like, I don't know, get back into the groove a little bit because I've kind of been thrown for a loop the past couple of months. Um, but hopefully, I'll be back to drawing D&D characters in no time. But that's where I will leave you off today. I love you all. Uh, rise up against the man. Um, have fun, be safe out there when we are riding in the streets. Love you. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Now, I love you guys. Have a good night.